What's good, everybody? This is Dale from Upstate Bets. I'm here with my partner Reoz, bringing you guys some player props for the NFL on Christmas Day. We also have a ton of NBA picks to go around as well. Check out the separate video for that. And if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. We post NFL all the way up into the Super Bowl, covering all the Saturday, Sunday, island games, whatever else you're looking for, playoff games. We do that for the NFL and then NBA every single day. Anytime there's a big slate, anything over 2 games, we usually put a video out for NBA. So it's been a really good time over here so far this whole season. Thank you guys for tuning in. You guys have been absolutely smashing the like button and the subscribe button and everything else lately. We've been getting a ton of views, so thank you for being here. Hope you guys are having a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Hope you guys are staying safe. But let's get to these player props, man. It's going to be a really fun day. We're over here on Prize Picks. It's the final day of Picksmas. If you do want to go ahead and give Prize Picks a shot, sign up using promo code UPSTATE. They'll match your first deposit all the way up to $100. This Picksmas thing they're doing is absolutely phenomenal, but it doesn't stop there. Every Tuesday they do promotions. Prize Picks is one of the best places to do your player props. You can mix and match them. They do a ton of different categories. They have esports, college sports, anything you can look for. PrizePicks has to offer it. So, Riaz will tell you about the Patreon.
If you want more plays from us, the Patreon is the best place to find that. And we lowered it from $20 to $15 a month, and it's no longer first of the month you get billed. If you sign up on Christmas, you will not be charged until the 25th of January. So whenever you sign up, you get a full month. So we really appreciate the Patreon for changing that billing cycle. It helps out us. It helps out you guys. So it made it super simple to sign up. It's going to be linked in the description below. Like Dale said, we cover every single NBA slate. We cover every single football main slate, showdown slate, 2-game, 3-game Christmas slate. You name it, it is over on the Patreon. So with Prize Picks coming out, doing that 6-pick flex for 25 extra money, if you want more plays from us, the Patreon is the place to go. We've been doing just as well as we've been doing over here on YouTube. So if you want more winners from us, the Patreon is an amazing place. So check it out in the description below, or you can find it at patreon.com/upstate.
We think it's really good value, too, for $15 a month. Like you said, never missing a day over there, getting a ton of picks. So thank you to everyone that's been over there so far. Really appreciate all the support. So let's dive right into the picks, though. I got a guy in passing touchdowns. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers here. Over 1.5 passing touchdowns, 2 down games against, honestly, 2 bad defenses this year, the Rams and the Chicago Bears. But we look at these good games with good defenses like Philly, Tennessee. Tennessee's not the best defense, but they are a solid team. Dallas, really good defense. He steps up in these big games. He gets Miami here, too. And Miami's a top 10 run defense, believe it or not, but they're bottom 5 in pass defense. And they're surrendering also the 5th most passing touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks. We didn't see Justin Herbert go out there and throw a ton of touchdowns, but we saw him throw the ball a ton, and I think this is a really, really solid recipe for Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers in this matchup. I think, he's developing a really good chemistry with some of these younger guys now. Early on in the season, we know how difficult it was for him. We saw how frustrated he was, but now just the body language he had out there with Christian Watson looks so promising. He would have had 2 passing touchdowns if they were just on the same page, and I'm sure they're working that out. And the biggest thing is here, these 2 teams are still in the playoff hunt. Green Bay has an outside shot to make it. They got to win out from here. They need a couple people to kind of win. Miami is still hunting. They have a good chance to obviously be in the playoffs, but they still need to keep winning games. They need to still play aggressive and play very competitive. So give me Aaron Rodgers here. He, in that press conference after the game against the Rams, he comes out, he's like, oh, I know who we got to play. I know what I got to do. And I just feel like, this guy just came off 2 back-to-back MVP seasons. He's obviously not the same guy. Life is difficult without Devontae Adams. But later on in the season, when they need him to step up and be that $50 million guy, I believe he's going to step up. So give me Aaron Rodgers here over 2 passing touchdowns.
I love Aaron Rodgers, and I think this game's going to be pretty high scoring. I think this Miami team is going to cause a ton of Miami offense is going to cause a ton of problems for the Green Bay defense, and it's going to make Aaron Rodgers not just rely on the running backs. He's going to have to throw the ball, and we know Aaron Rodgers and really any situation always comes through, and love Rodgers here on Christmas Day. I'm going to jump over 2 rushing yards with Latavius Murray. Loved what he did last week against the Cardinals, and I think he's going to do the same thing here. I am a little bit nervous that Russell Wilson's coming back. We saw how stagnant that offense really has been all season with him running the show. I think the game plan really should be get him his 20-plus attempts. I mean, we saw him do exactly what they brought him to do once Williams went out. He had 24 carries. He almost averaged 16 or 6 yards per carry. Had 130 yards. We saw the offense finally move the ball, and it all starts whatever team you're rooting for, whatever really team you're watching. You know, the run game dictates how the offense is going to go. And Latavius Murray has shown throughout his really long career that he's a good running back. He's not a superstar. He's not gonna be the greatest running back ever, but he's a steady and he's a workhorse guy. You can use him first all the way to fourth down. So love Latavius Murray. I love the matchup. This is gonna be a really close game. It's probably gonna be another really ugly game considering how bad the Broncos and the Rams are this season. But this line is low enough. He hasn't really had too big of games this season. Last week was the biggest game he's had, but it's just building off momentum, especially for this Broncos team who Latavius Murray realistically is fighting for a job next year and trying to show off his talent. So give me Latavius Murray over 60.5.
I like the way you mentioned that too. The fact that he's fighting for a contract here. He could be on his potentially last deal here. He's bounced around the league a ton, and me and Reoz, we always root for Latavius Murray. He grew up in the upstate area, upstate New York, that is. He went to high school just about an hour away from Reoz and I, and yeah, I mean, Latavius Murray was some guy we always root for. Now he's playing for your Denver Broncos, and these two teams really have nothing to play for at this point. I think they're going to give the Latavius Murray the ball a ton of times in this matchup as well. Not to mention Jerry Jeudy's been playing a lot better, so they can kind of spread things out, run a nice play action here, and try to feed Jerry Jeudy the ball, which will open things up for the run game. If they get the pass game working, they kind of correlate with each other. So I really like Latavius Murray in this matchup. I think 60, people might be scared of the line. I think it's just right, and I think he has a really good chance to go for 75, 80 plus yards in this matchup against the Rams. So love these two picks over here on Christmas. Like I said, make sure you guys have a Merry Christmas. You can combine these plays up with the NBA plays. That's what's awesome about Prize Picks, and you guys can potentially chase that 25x. I'm sure by the time you're watching it, there's a player on the board who's probably at half a passing yard, whether that be Tom Brady's at half a passing yard. I'm sure they're going to be doing a really cool promotion for Christmas, so stay tuned for that one as well. And hit that subscribe button and like the video and drop a comment down below. We'll see you next time. Peace out.